So I feel like these are probably two of the best Adidas running sneakers on the market right now for casual usage as well as for running. And I don't think they have enough shine. So I wanted to give them a little bit of love in this video and give you guys a kind of a comparison between the SL2 and the Adistar 3s. And this is a pair that I feel like literally nobody knows about. It looks very similar to like the K-Star or whatever it is, a different model. But this model is so good on feet. I did a review on them already. Absolutely love this one at $130 price point. The Adizero SL2s are also $130. And then I'll also briefly talk about the Pureboost 5, which is also $130. So they have three excellent pairs of runners out here for $130. I wanted to give you guys kind of a comparison between all three of them. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do want to buy any of them after watching this video, link in the description. It'll take you over to Adidas, and you can make your purchase on any of the shoes that I have out here. If you guys do use my links, it gives me a little bit of a kickback. Lets Adidas know that you guys saw the video, and it helps me create content for this channel for you guys, and I greatly appreciate it. So to start things off, we'll go with the Adizero SL2. This is definitely probably one of the best running sneakers for the price point. Lots of runners praise this sneaker, and I think once you like put them on and you walk around in them and then you run in them a little bit, you're like, okay, I get it. Like there is some snappiness to the midsole that actually feels really, really nice. And it does feature Light Strike as well as a little bit of Light Strike Pro sandwiched in between. You get that feeling when you're kind of running around and stuff. It definitely launches you up a little bit and feels like there is some snap. From walking around as much, you don't feel it as much. You definitely get a lot more cushioning into this guy right here. In fact, this is just a max cushion sneaker in itself comparison. But overall, like this is one of those shoes that if you want something that feels quick, feels snappy, lightweight, breathable, like this is going to be the one that you're going to go for $130. This is such a nice pair that they don't even have these on sale yet, as of now at least. Eventually they'll go on sale, and hopefully we'll catch them sleeping and give you guys some good deals. I always post them over on Twitter first. But this shoe also comes in a wide version, which I think is pretty awesome. Now, one thing to note, I do have the regular and the wide version. The width on the heel is actually the same on both of them. The width on the forefoot and the toe box is actually where everything is widened out. So if you need the extra wiggle room in your toe box area, that is why you would get the wide version. The heel isn't extended at all, which I was hoping that it would be a little bit wider because this is a little bit narrow for my personal choice. Now, this is the most reviewed shoe out of these three. It has 356 reviews, and the rating is 4.7 out of 5 stars. So insanely positive reviews. They do weigh in at about 8.3, 8.4 ounces for a men's size 9, and they have a 9 mm heel toe drop. Says primarily these are for road and medium distances 3 to 12 miles. So a couple of the pros about this model in my opinion, obviously I mentioned the responsiveness is really nice on feet, has a very snappy feeling, lots of bounce back when you're running around. It's not a huge stack of cushion or anything like that, but for some reason there's an extra snappy feel when you're running in them. They are very lightweight, they are very breathable, and again, it has the most reviews on any of the sneakers out here. All around a very nice pair that combines Light Strike and Light Strike Pro. The only cons I would throw out there is the tongue is not semi-gusseted. I wish it was. The tongue kind of flops around a little bit, which is kind of annoying when you're wearing them casual at least. Also, the forefoot cushioning is a little bit small. Like you don't feel like a ton of cushioning walking around, at least in the forefoot. When you're running, it does have a little bit of responsiveness. And the last con is they're not on sale yet. They are $130, and that's the price you have to pay if you're interested in buying them. In my opinion, worth every penny, but just throwing that out there. Also, in my opinion, the fit is true to size. I got a 9.5. I actually don't mind the standard version. The wide version is nice though, with the extra width. So overall stability, I'd say is about roughly an 8.3. Breathability, I would say probably an 8.7. Traction, I would give it like an 8.9. Like the traction on this is the best out of these three out here in my opinion. Comfort rating, I'd give it a solid like 8.6 or so. Like it's comfortable. It's not max cushion comfortable, but it is very comfortable on feet. So the overall score is at that 34.5, which is probably the highest rating out of these three. So overall, I feel like this is a lot of bang for the buck. And again, if you're looking for lightweight, breathable, nice and snappy feel and stuff like that, this is a great option. But if you want something a little bit more max cushion and something with a lot more squishy feel underfoot, I cannot recommend this shoe enough. I feel like this is an absolute sleeper, and this is the Adistar 3 with the repetitor foam in the midsole. Now, it is kind of confusing because Adidas has a couple different Adistar sneakers. There's actually one called the Adistar Cushion, and it's very misleading because this should be called the Adistar Cushion because this is the max cushion pair, like in my opinion. The repetitor foam is insane. I did try the Adistar 1s and not the 2s. The ones were very, very firm in the midsole. Like it was not like a soft, squishy feel at all. It was like kind of a firmer, a little bit of a rocking motion. I didn't think it was that good, to be honest, but Then I got the third version. I was like, holy moly, they revamped this completely. I think it looks pretty stylish as well. But it has a lost identity, I feel like, and that's probably maybe in the con side of things. Again, these retail at $130, and they have not put these on sale as of yet. I've been looking and waiting for these to go on sale so I can blast them out to you guys, because I feel like this is, again, the best kept secret right now from Adidas. The overall fit, in my opinion, is true to size. I'm a 9.5. 9.5 fits me perfectly. And some of the pros about this shoe, I would say, is the most comfortable midsole that Adidas offers as of right now. Like this is, I would say that this is probably one of the most comfortable pairs of Adidas on the market right now, and especially at that $130 price point, it's pretty insane. It's softer and squishier than the Pureboost 5s and the SL 2s. It's softer and squishier, honestly, than the Ultraboost 5s even on feet. Ultraboost 5 is not supposed to be soft and squishy, but this one offers a max cushion vibe, and I really like it. Adidas says these are 9.5 ounces for a men's size 9, which is pretty awesome, pretty light. That's a sub 10 ounce shoe with max cushion. It's made for the road, and the long distance is 12 plus miles. Neutral stability, and then the heel toe drop is where it's fun because it's only 5 mm. So the heel toe drop being 5 mm means there's not a lot of drop, and you have a lot of forefoot cushioning in this shoe, which makes this an excellent choice if you need max cushion for your feet. Now it has 4.7 star rating, but there's only 30 reviews on Adidas site, which is the craziest part to me. It lets me know, again, people don't know about this model. And I think two reasons, as I mentioned, the name Adistar 3 instead of Adistar cushion or anything like that. The name is confusing, but also it looks very similar to a lower tiered model that they have as well. So I feel like that doesn't do it any justice, because I've tried the lower tiered model as well. I think it's called the Questar or something like that. But that model is actually not near as comfortable as this. Like the midsole looks the same, it's not the same at all. Different foam. This is softer and squishier. The other one is a lot firmer. The other thing about the midsole is there is a kind of a rocking motion as you're kind of walking around in them. I like the accordion-like sort of midsole, and it kind of like collapses as you walk, but you feel like a nice smooth heel toe transition as you're going. And smooth, I mean like a very well cushioned heel toe transition. It doesn't have a crazy spring back as I would say maybe the SL2s have on them, but the fact that you have so much cushioning heel to toe transition is insane. I'd have to try them on side by side, but these ones are like probably better than the Explorer Boost even, and I really like that. I thought that was a very comfortable model, but this is something else, and it's very light considering. So definitely one of those shoes if you're looking for a max cushion shoe, or one that is very soft on your feet. Don't sleep on this model. The Adistar 3 is definitely a solid one, even though not a lot of people are talking about it. Trust me, when you get them, you're gonna be like, holy moly, these are crazy. Now, the only cons I would throw out there, if I had to nitpick, I would say maybe a stability issue, because it's so soft and squishy. You might have an unstable feeling in your heel. I have lots of max cushion sneakers, so I'm not like worried about the stability of something like that. The way they're engineered, it kind of absorbs and you don't roll out and snap. It like kind of rolls into it and squishes down. But some people might find that out there as an issue, so I wanted to call it out. Also, the fact that they're not on sale, same as the SL2s. Both of these models are extremely good, but neither of them are on sale at this point. So kind of a bummer, but when they do go on sale, Twitter first, follow me at heskicks. I'll be posting it there, and then I'll be cascading it out. And I'll probably do a video of like an Adidas sale video once they do go on sale, because they're both excellent choices in my opinion. I'd say stability overall on these are probably like a 7.8, the least stable out of the three options out here, but still not bad. Breathability, I would give like an 8.2 versus the 8.7 of the SL2s, so not as breathable as the SL2s, but still not terrible. The traction, I would give probably like an 8.2 out of 10. The other two pairs out here, the Pureboost 5 and the Adizero SL2s, have better traction than these, but overall the traction's still pretty good, but the other ones I think are superior. And the comfort rating, I'd give it a good like 9.4 out of 10. The comfort is very surprisingly good. Total score would be 33.6, so comparison to the SL2s, 34.5. This one is rated to me a little bit higher than this one, just because it's all around a little bit more functional. If you want max cushion though, this is definitely the better option of the two. Which brings us into the third option, and not the one to be sleeping on, but one that you can get a lot of value when they're on sale. We have the Adidas Pureboost 5. Now I have a different video where I'll be comparing these two side by side, the Pureboost 5 versus the Ultraboost 5, because people have asked for that video. But Pureboost 5 at $130, I think is a pretty solid deal. They do have wide versions of these as well, I believe. They weigh in at about 8.8 ounces, making these an under 9 ounce shoe, which is pretty awesome. And then there is a 10 mm heel toe drop, so not as much cushioning in the forefoot. Again, fit for me is true to size. And some of the pros about this shoe is that I feel like it's an all around great pair of sneakers. So it doesn't excel too much at one thing or the other. Like it's not super soft and comfortable like, you know, the Adistar 3s, and it's not as responsive and springy and breathable as the SL2s, it's kind of in between that, which makes it kind of better for all around usage. The SL2s are fairly narrow. The Pureboost is much more wider in the heel. So if the SL2s are too narrow for you, but you want something sportier than the Max Cushion Adistars, this is a great pair for you to try out. And the best part is the next pro is the fact that you can get these on sale. I posted these as low as $47 when they're on sale. This is the only pair out of these three that you can get on sale right now, which I think is awesome, the fact that you can get these at such a powerful savings. So 47 is a solid price point. 130 is the retail. Now this does feature light boost in the midsole, and if you do like light boost or boost material in general, this is gonna be a shoe that you know you're gonna like better than maybe the other two. But they all have different types of foam in the midsoles, so it depends on what you're looking for. This is supposed to be the responsive foam, but to be honest, the Light Strike Pro is kind of taken that over. The fact that you have a lighter boost than previous is a big plus, and it still is very responsive as you're running around or walking around the shoe. You definitely feel a lot more spring back in these, but you don't feel as much in this pair because the forefoot is so small. So on the con side of things, I would say the forefoot cushioning is a little bit too minimal. And because of that, it's not as felt as like, you know, on the Ultra Boost 5, which is why those ones are 180 versus these at 130. So you still get a lot of bang for the buck. And again, I'd say that this is the best all-around pair of sneakers. Just if you're looking for a casual, all-day, everyday gym pair of sneakers and everything else, it's like the one-stop shop. You can do everything. It's not going to be as soft and squishy as the Adistar, as I mentioned. You're not going to feel the snappiness on your runs as you do in the SL2. But all around goodness, I feel like this is a bargain, especially if you can get them on sale. $40, $70 in between there, I feel like that is a great buy. And anytime I have these on sale, I'll post them again to my website. I'll also link them in the description of this video if you're interested. So again, the retail is 130. I would say overall stability is probably like an 8.5. It is more stable than the others out here because of the width of the heel. I'd say the breathability, probably like an 8. It's not the most breathable out here, but it's not bad. I mean, it's an engineered mesh upper with a little bit of a fused overlay. I think the traction's pretty good, probably like an 8.4 out of 10. I do think the Adizero SL2's traction is actually just a little bit better just because it feels a little bit thicker than on here, but this one does have the Adiwear outsole traction. So it's not bad, it's definitely good, but I feel like the SL2 is actually just a little bit better. Overall comfort rating, honestly, I tried these on side by side for just standard walking around. There's not like a crazy snappy feeling in here. I would say that's probably equal, probably like an 8.6 out of 10. So not anything crazy, soft, squishy, but overall very comfortable when you put them on feet. Definitely lets you know you have some nice cushioning under feet, just not a crazy, crazy boatload like you have on the Adistar 3s. So that puts these around 33.5. So all of them, I mean, very good options for that 130 price point. In fact, I feel like Adidas has cornered that market on the 130 price point because these three are excellent. I also did a review on a pair of Terex pair that had Light Strike Pro, I believe, in the midsole as well, or Light Strike. It was super comfortable for a Terex runner, like a trail runner, and that was a good price point at 130 as well. But leave a comment in the comment section. If you had 130, which pair would you be copying if you had the choice? Like, what is the one for you and your feet? The SL2 is probably the most popular because, again, it's just a really, really good running sneaker. And that one, again, is not on sale yet. The Adistar 3 is kind of the unsung hero, in my opinion. The sleeper. Like, people don't know about this shoe, but it's mad comfortable. Definitely one that you should consider if you want that crazy, like, comfy, squishy feel underfoot. And then the Pureboost 5 is like that racehorse pair, just the everyday, all day pair. One that is also very, very good. If I had to choose one, I do like this one. It gives you a little bit of an extra experience, a different experience. I think it's excellent. The SL2s, though, I feel like these are probably the best two out of the three, not to discount the Pureboost 5s just because it's a great shoe as well. But overall, I mean, I do love my soft squishies, so I feel like this one's probably my favorite. But the SL2 is surprisingly good on feet. Honestly, I didn't think it would have enough cushioning on here to feel good, but running around in them and stuff, like walking the dogs, they just felt great. But I do think that the Adistar 3s is my favorite out of the group. But leave a comment again. Let me know yours. Appreciate you all for stopping by and watching. If you guys want to buy any of these, again, link in the description. Take you over to Adidas. Have a good rest of the day. Hopefully we'll see you back on the channel for some more sneaker content. All right, peace, guys.